Hello, dreamers and adventurers. Get ready to embark on a magical journey with Snowy, a fluffy white kitten with a heart full of wonder and a dream as big as a night sky. In this enchanting tale, you will follow Snowy's determined quest to touch the moon. With each creative attempt, Snowy learns valuable lessons about perseverance, imagination, and the power of never giving up on your dreams. So cuddle up, get cozy, and let's join Snowy on her Moonlit adventure. Who knows, you might just find yourself inspired to reach for the stars yourself. Snowy was a fluffy white kitten with big, bright blue eyes who dreamed of touching the moon. Every night, she would gaze at the glowing moon from her window, mesmerized by its beauty and believing that with enough determination, she could reach it. Snowy's parents, Mama Cat and Papa Cat, loved their adventurous little kitten and encouraged her to keep dreaming. On one moonlit evening, Snowy decided to climb the tallest tree in the garden, believing that if she could get high enough, she might be able to touch the moon. She climbed as high as she could, but the moon remained far away. Disappointed but undiscouraged, Snowy vowed to find another way to reach the moon. Sitting in the garden, Snowy pondered her next move. Her parents comforted and encouraged her, reminding her that the most amazing adventures come from chasing dreams. Inspired, Snowy remembered the big, shiny lake in the nearby park, where the moon's reflection looked real, and decided to try catching the moon's reflection there the next night. The next evening, Snowy went to the park and waited for the moon's reflection to appear on the lake's surface. With a deep breath, she dived into the water, trying to grab the shimmering reflection, but it scattered into ripples. Once again, Snowy was disappointed, but unwilling to give up. She was determined to find a way to reach the moon. The next evening, Snowy decided to try using a nearby trampoline to bounce high enough to touch the moon. On the trampoline, Snowy bounced higher and higher, reaching out her paws to touch the moon, but it remained just out of reach. Exhausted and disappointed, Snowy landed softly, tears flowing from her eyes. Her parents arrived, comforting her and reminding her that dreams take time and patience. Snowy, feeling renewed hope, decided to keep trying and never give up. Determined to find a way to touch the moon, the next night Snowy decided to build a tall tower in the garden, using toys, pillows, and anything she could find. As the tower grew taller, Snowy climbed onto it, reaching high, but the tower wobbled and toppled over. Snowy fell off the tower and landed on the soft grass. She gathered her toys and other items and returned to the house. Still undiscouraged, the following night, Snowy set her sights on the highest hill in the park, believing she could reach the moon from there. Snowy dashed to the highest hill, climbing to the top and stretching her paws towards the sky. But the moon remained just out of reach. Sitting on the grass, feeling a mix of frustration and hope, Snowy decided that she was going to try once more the next evening. When the next evening came, Snowy tried filling a small tub with water to catch the moon's reflection in it. Surely, with such a small amount of water, the moon would not be able to escape from her, as it had done in the vast lake. Sadly, the moon's reflection shattered into ripples each time she touched the water. Though disappointed, Snowy found joy in watching the moon's reflection dance. Just as Snowy was about to give up, her parents arrived, comforting her and reminding her that each step brought her closer to her dream. As Snowy's parents shared stories about people who dreamed of reaching the moon and eventually succeeded, Snowy felt inspired. They reminded her that dreams take time and patience, and with determination and effort, she too could achieve her goal. After talking with her parents, Snowy felt a sense of peace and determination. That evening, her parents continued to share stories, cuddled, and encouraged her to keep dreaming big. Snowy decided to learn more about the moon and how people reached it, believing that understanding would help her find a way too. As days turned into weeks, Snowy's knowledge grew. She learned about the phases of the moon, the stars, and the vast universe beyond. Snowy's parents noticed how hard she had been working and how much effort she was putting into her dream. They decided it was time to inspire her even more. One evening, after a long day of learning about space, Mama Cat and Papa Cat gathered Snowy for a special surprise. Papa Cat handed her a book. The book was about brave astronauts who trained hard and worked together to build a powerful rocket. They faced many challenges, but they never gave up. The next morning, Snowy woke up with a sense of excitement that she couldn't contain. The story of the astronauts had sparked her imagination, and she envisioned herself as a brave astronaut traveling to the moon. She couldn't stop thinking about what it would be like to finally touch the moon. Snowy smiled, feeling more hopeful than ever. She knew that the journey to becoming an astronaut would be long and challenging, but she was ready for it. Over the next few weeks, Snowy dedicated even more time to learn about space and the moon. Her parents supported her with books, videos, and science kits. They even arranged for her to visit a local planetarium, where she marveled at the wonders of the universe and tried astronaut training exercises. One day, Papa Cat brought home a telescope. Snowy's eyes sparkled with excitement as she looked through the lens, seeing the moon in incredible detail. Snowy realized that every small step she took brought her closer to her dream. She created a special journal to document her progress and continued her nightly ritual of watching the moon, feeling inspired and hopeful. Mama Cat and Papa Cat often joined Snowy in her moon-watching sessions, sharing stories and answering her endless questions about space. They were her biggest cheerleaders, always reminding her that she was capable of great things. As Snowy sat by her window, reflecting on her journey so far, she thought about all the adventures she had embarked on. Each attempt, whether successful or not, had taught her something valuable. Snowy realized that the journey itself was just as important as reaching her goal. It was the adventures, the learning, and the love of her parents that made her dreams so special. She knew that no matter how long it took, she would keep striving towards her goal, because dreams are always worth chasing.